Hi, I'm Andy Bubble Chambers and these are my new signature K4 freestyle fins. The whole idea, I was in Cape Town and the boys over there had some of the wave fins and I really wanted to have a go. You know, I was getting into wave sailing a bit and was struggling, to tell you the truth, and you know, anything that I could do to make everything a bit better, I'd give it a go. So I grabbed a few of the fins, I nicked them off Profit, and it kind of transformed my wave sailing completely. That kind of got me thinking after that. You know, I thought, well, let's have a word with Thorpe, see how he feels about developing a freestyle fin. And it turns out, you know, he was right on it. He really wanted to do it, but he just needed a bit of help with the shape and what to do. So we went through a few designs, quite a lot of emails went backwards and forwards, and he sent out a few prototypes. We made one really straight, one really curved, one a bit thicker, one a bit thinner, and then we just basically kept refining it until we ended up with what we've got now, which is this one, which so far has been working absolutely amazing. It's fairly straight with a little bit of curve on it, which means you get enough grip for entering the manoeuvres. So if you're carving into, you know, whatever moves you want to do, whether it's shackers or even just popping, you get a good amount of grip and control with it. But then at the same time, it's straight enough so that you can still spin it out and get your double slides in. The construction of them is kind of a plastic glass composite, so you know, it's not like a cheap sort of plastic fin that you used to get in the boards in the 80s or in a beginner board or anything like that. You know, there's quite a lot of work's gone into them. They are really stiff. A lot of people were thinking, oh, you know, they're going to be way too flexy, especially for freestyle, it wasn't going to work. But they're super stiff, and the nice thing with the plastic construction is that they're really light. You know, you don't, in a manoeuvre, you want everything to be as light as possible. You know, you can run them into the beach, you can do, you know, whatever you want to them. You can never destroy it. The thing that used to annoy me the most on the old G10 fins was splitting them. And that used to just drive me mental. You know, once you split a fin open, there's not a lot you can do really to fix it. These will never split. All right, I sailed it into a rock in Lanzarote, full on, and I gouged a massive sort of dent out of it, sanded it out, wet and dry sand on it, and then it was fine again. It was pretty much back to normal, you know. A lot of freestyle, especially around Europe, there's a lot of sailing on lakes, you know, when people are grounding their fins down all the time. And the good thing with one of these K4s is it will keep going. You know, it will always last. You will never destroy this fin. Right, we're going to do a K4 durability test. I'm going to throw these perfectly good fins off this cliff down here at Gwythian, and we're going to see which one of them comes out on top. Climb down the huge cliff face. We're going to go and check out to see how the fins got on. Looking at them, first glance, they seem to have both survived. K4, the tips just folded over a little bit, but like I said earlier on in the film, that will just sand out real easy. Closer look at the G10 one. Ooh, no. Look at that. Fully split open. The more curved the fin is, the more grip you're going to get out of it. The straighter it is, the more slidey it's going to be. But then you start getting into, you know, or less than ideal conditions, which is sort of choppy. You know, what you'll find, well, pretty much most places really, except for a few spots around the world where it's dead flat, which is where you wanted a bit of curve. So we had the curve, real curved one, much more raked back than this. And then we had a dead straight one as well, and I used the straight one when I was in the Caribbean, when I went to Bonaire and Aruba on tour, and the straight one was working amazing on the flat water. it was just awesome. It was really fast, I could do all my double spins with it. And then as soon as I went over to the Canaries, where it's a lot windier and a lot choppier, it wasn't giving me enough control, it wasn't giving me enough grip when I wanted to go into moves, so I went back to the more curved one. And then we thought, well, maybe we can try and take the best of both, really, and we merged basically the curved one and the straight one together, and we've come up with this new kind of unique shape. Okay, that was the first test. Alright, you can see there it's all kind of chipped off. I didn't hit it very hard though, you know. When you're doing freestyle, you'll probably end up hitting it worse than that, so I'm going to give it a good